singing that song. It wakes me up inside. Most of the songs I sing are just that way. They're songs that they change my heart with this wonderful sympathetic vibration. My heart learns something from the sound, and I get to feel for a moment what it would be like to be, you know, like wise, or even forgiving, or compassionate, or smart, or in awe of beauty. You know, and my normal self is not vibrating to that frequency. But the wild part is, over all these years, over all these songs, my heart has changed. Mostly because a song, even if it's 3 minutes, it holds a possibility. It says to me, Dave, you can feel like this. And if you didn't know that, I mean, that could be devastating. It was for me. Because when music first came into my life, nothing felt as good as a good song. And when the guitar said to me, you know, your heart can feel this way, I said, get out of here. And I meant it. Because if you know how good your heart can feel, suddenly you realize how much has to change. I thought that knot in my stomach was just the way stomachs were. I thought it was fine. But once I knew it was possible to know that I'm alive, to feel that I belong in my skin, to feel this beating heart as an adventure, an opportunity. I mean, these were ideas I had never thought of. I was just content to be curmudgeon man, fighting the world, my own personal martyr. I will die for the sake of the righteous cause of my... whatever it was, I forget. But it was righteous and it was worth dying for. And I was gonna suffer myself to death. Feel how unfair it is. Oh! Well, that's one thing to do with the heart. I discovered it's not really a way I want to live once I found out that my heart could feel like this. So a lot of these songs I sing just to remind me, just to wake up. So, like that song, Perfect Storm. I mean, what a thing to sing after a bunch of tornadoes go through. But the real musicianship, like in that last song, you know, where there's this Aboriginal guy and he's pushing his bark canoe through the water. And when he pushes on the pole, what happens? Do you remember halfway through the first verse? He pushes on the pole and it turns the world. Mm-hmm. Now that's one way to think of it. But the real musicianship I'm discovering is this bizarre tuning that happens, not to the guitar. That's easy. Not just aligning the words so that the song feels a certain way. But little by little, just like notes make up a song, just like words make up a sentence, songs make up a vision of how I could feel. And then I go out into the world and I'm just about to be my usual asshole self, and one of my songs just kind of shines in the back of my mind and says, you know, you could do this instead. And I think, really? Is that possible? There are human beings on the planet that do that, that are able to feel like this thing that they're doing, this attitude adjustment, not just tuning the instrument, but tuning their attitude. It affects people. It's the real musicianship. If you're on a city bus and you're just riding, but you're there and you're connected and you're seeing the fun of it, you're alive and you know it, instead of waiting until we're dying at the edge of life and suddenly looking back and going, oh, I get it, I was alive!
Yeah.
Wow! Hey, can I do that again? No? What do you mean no? I just got it. Okay, so if I get it now, developing a nostalgia for now, developing a nostalgia for how miraculous this is, it's almost impossible. And you'd think it'd be easy. This is the job of the singer-songwriter. It's like the simplest thing in the world. I mean, you're describing the human condition to humans. Come on! It would be interesting and difficult if you were describing the Venetian or the Martian condition, but no, I mean, we're all earthlings here. This ought to be really simple. And yet, I know that it's taken a lifetime for these songs to whisper to my heart gently, you know, you could feel like this. So I don't take it lightly that when you do what you do, when you push your birch canoe, not birch, but when you push your bark canoe through the water, it turns the world. And so I love how it's changed me over all these years. And like a song like this, a song that makes me appreciate being in love. It makes me appreciate this bizarre way that Nance and I did it. Starting our relationship with a conversation that most people only have after they've been broken up for years. The honest conversation. Secret of a happy marriage. Maybe you should write this down. Wanna keep our love together? The best way is to end it now. 'Cause when you both know it's over, suddenly the truth comes out. You can talk about your secret passion. You can talk about your restless doubt. When there's no pretending, the truth is safe to say. Start with the ending, get it out of the way. Now there's no defending, no one has to win. Start with the ending, it's the best way to begin. The best way to begin. Start with the ending. After you both decided you were missing something that you need, the ways that you were too short-sighted get easier for you to see. And after all the expectations shatter on the kitchen floor, you just see another human suffering, and you wonder what the war was for. When there's no pretending, the truth is safe to say. Start with the ending, get it out of the way. Now there's no pretending, no one has to win. Start with the ending, it's the best way to begin. It's the best way to begin. Start with the ending. Happy anniversary, darling. We go back a long, long time. I think about our lives together. I'm so grateful you are here in mine. I know you'll keep on changing. You're moving in this dance with me. I love the way we embrace the future and keep the past a memory. So there's no pretending that the old ways could remain. We start with the ending, things will never be the same. But now there's no defending, no one has to win. We start with the ending, it's the best way to begin. It's the best way to begin. Start with the ending. It's the best way to begin.